In the old technique, it was about this big. Now, it's the size of a pinhole.
The nurses' union is worried that these devices could have a negative impact on morale.
The FDA does not ensure the safety and effectiveness of energy drinks, like this one.
There's no denying that Ali Molchan loves lacrosse.
A lot of people say I'm competitive. They say you're obsessed with lacrosse. I have no problem with it because I know I am because I love it.
And while she's only 17, Ali already has the battle-scarred knees of a pro athlete.
I actually didn't know what an ACL was at the time.
The anterior cruciate ligament is located in the knee, right behind the kneecap. When torn, the knee can become unstable and damage surrounding cartilage. This in turn can lead to premature arthritis. Dr. Wimi Duogi performs about 100 ACL reconstruction surgeries each year.
People can have significant pain after the surgery, when they kneel, when they squat down, and it can be debilitating.
That pain is something Ali's mom remembers vividly.
First time she ran outside after her first knee, tears were streaming down her face. It wasn't an easy recovery.
So when it came time for Ali's second ACL reconstruction, her parents turned to a new surgical technique.
The all-inside ACL reconstruction is one of the solutions to the problem of pain in the front of the knee.
The biggest difference between the two techniques is the size of the drill hole. In the old technique, it was about this big. Now, it's the size of a pinhole.
It was like night and day. It was so much better. It was so much better.
A smaller drill hole means less damage to the bone and soft tissue. With the new technique, Ali's recovery time was shortened by 6 weeks. Now, she's anxious to get back in the game.
I've had people come up to me and say, "You're going to play again?" Yeah. Like, are you crazy? No, I can do it. I'm not going to stop.
And maybe Ali's knees will catch a break this year. In Washington, Seraphina Lin. When you think of dietary supplements, you might think of multivitamins, vitamin C, or echinacea. But energy drinks? Check the back. Some energy drinks have supplement labels. These drinks offer your daily dose of vitamin B4 or B12, and they're a favorite for all-nighters. Just ask these students at George Mason, and they'll name a few.
Rockstar, Monster,
and 5 Hour, NOS.
A recent Johns Hopkins study found that some energy drinks contain caffeine levels of 14 cans of Coke.
I had like 3 Rockstars in one night. I went berserk for like a week, so I don't think it's safe.
And like all other dietary supplements, the FDA does not ensure the safety and effectiveness of energy drinks, like this one.
The FDA, which regulates our drugs and foods, really doesn't step into the picture in terms of regulating dietary supplements until there's really a problem.
In an email response from the FDA, they say manufacturers and distributors of dietary supplements are not currently required by law to record, investigate, or forward to FDA any reports they receive of injuries or illnesses that may be related to the use of their products. And while products can't claim to treat or cure diseases, the FDA admits that they do not see the labeling prior to market.
In general, your healthy college student really should be aiming to get those vitamins and minerals from the foods rather than from the supplements.
And think twice before drinking too many energy drinks. In Washington, Seraphina Lin.
When was the moment?
When was the moment I knew? When I knew who I was voting for.
Who I was voting for.
Oh my God. We were at work, and I think it was like when he was making a speech and he played Jay-Z, Brush Your Shoulders Off. It was, oh my God, everybody in the office was cracking up and they were laughing. It was like, yeah, he's not fake and he's not scared to show his real side.
During that debate, that last debate, I really clocked it in. McCann came across very well. He did a great job. He talks experience. He's been around in government a long time, 20-something years, and he's a veteran. And that really impressed me, being a veteran, serving our country. It's been very important. I'm also a veteran.
When was the moment?
When was the moment I knew? Was when I saw him in Grand Rapids.
When I read Barack Obama's first book.
Once it was decided that McCain was going to be the Republican candidate.
The moment when I knew who I was voting for was the beginning of the race.
From the beginning, I was going to vote Democrat.
I'd always stuck pretty close to the Republican ticket, but when Sarah Palin came on board, that's when I got excited about voting.
I think Palin, I think she's beautiful. Her alone, I'd vote for him.
McCain's views are pretty moderate, but when he picked Palin, I was like, I'm definitely going to vote for Obama.
When was the moment that I knew who I was voting for? I had been leaning towards Hillary, but when her husband Bill started being so negative and really cast a shadow on the campaign, I realized that I didn't want people like that in the White House.
The man has incredible integrity. If you look at what he went through as a prisoner of war, the steps he took to stay a prisoner of war, I think show the remarkable character of the man.
I just love his personality and how he can really encourage the people to come together and really empower them, and it's just such a powerful message. I feel that a lot of people really relate to, and it's about time to have something like that.
There was something electrifying about him, and it was, I've felt that all through the debates, and I'm really convinced. I'm hoping his face will be on Mount Rushmore someday.